Hello everyone and welcome back to All Out Pummeling. We're here for Season 7, Round 1 of the Draft League.
Season 7. Woo!
Yeah. Exciting stuff. Yeah. I'm JP, one of the coaches of the Todding Torricats, and I'm joined by my co-host, as always.
I'm Joe, coach of the Crew Cone Crocodiles.
And I am PK, coach of the Luton Town Leafy Ons.
And if you're joining for the first time and you have no idea what this is all about, basically, there's a little talk show where we talk about competitive draft league Pokemon that we're in the 7th generation. It's the last time that we're doing Generation 7 before we make the leap to Gen 8, I believe.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we said that on another season. And they were like, yes, more Gen 7.
We may well be back to Gen 7. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. We'll do one season of Gen 8 and be like, nah. Take us back
Take us back to the good old days.
But so we picked like 10 Pokemon. You can see which Pokemon we were picked in the draft analysis, link in the thingy on the top corner. We picked a bunch of Pokemon and we're going to slam them into each other and see who's the best.
Yeah,
so the format of the tournament, we've got 3 stages. There's the first group stage. You have 3 matches. Then you have the second group stages where you get paired against different people depending on how well you did, and then you've got the playoffs after that, and it all finish in a nice little grand final, which I believe is going to be a best of 3, but obviously the person who comes in from the higher bracket only needs to win 1 game, and the people from the lower bracket have to win 2 games. It's kind of a loser's bracket for fighting games, but not quite.
Not quite. Yeah.
Yes. How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I have to agree.
Well, I think we're all recovering a bit today, but
it was just some.
I mean, you guys
celebrations
are. I feel
great. You joined late. You did drink anything.
It's true. I was in Morrison's doing my big shop.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah. We were like, oh sorry, JP, we're going to be late. We're like, it's fine by me. I got to eat dinner. Still. But no, we will do our best to soldier on through this one. So I believe the coverage is being split up between us and Out Your League. We're taking half of the league, they're taking the other half, but I think we're the only one going public with our side. So you'll get to see all that pummeling, but Out Your League going to keep things on the stealth, I believe. Cool.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe one day they'll go public. Bring back Random Gaming.
Which groups are we covering?
So we're going to be covering the Johto. No, not the Johto. I'm first them already.
No, we are the Hoenn.
The Hoenn and the Sinnoh groups.
There we go.
Yeah, Hoenn and Sinnoh.
The upgrade.
Yeah. So I'll flash that up on the screen and see who's what, where, how, fighting what. So this round it was the red groups fighting the yellow group, or the red colour versus the yellow colour, and the blue colour versus the green colour.
Yep.
And some spicy matches ensued. So shall we get into our first game?
Yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, all right. And our first match is going to be... It's the London Lotads versus the Ealing Elekkids.
So, what do you think of the lineups?
There's a Turtonator on the field.
There is a Turtonator, the league debut of Turtonator. So I drafted it the season before, then immediately put it back when I was like, nah, this is going to be rubbish.
And as we went in on the draft Alasas, there's a few mons that have Earthquake on the Lotads team.
Yes, the Gliscor pretty much counters the team except for the Frostlass. But I think Frostlass is going to be coming to damn near every game to be dealing with the ground types. So we might be seeing a lot of that. But here it is. Fraligator making it to the team as well. I think that's pretty fair to say. It does help deal with the Gliscor. More things to deal with the Gliscor, the better. It's not the worst matchup versus things like Heatran. Can take a hit from Araquanid. It's pretty alright versus Turtonator, so it's nice.
Yeah, the thing is, if it gets a dance up, it can do work against the 6 that the Lotads have brought.
Yeah. Zero, a nice revenge killer if he can get stuff low enough with his other mons, but I think he's got so many hard hitters there that I think it's going to be able to do that job. Conversely, on the London Lotus side, they've got so much bulk.
Yeah, they've got full bulk here, really, haven't they?
Yeah,
that is the
Gliscor,
Mega
Mega
Venusaur, isn't it? So,
it's the
yeah.
Mega Venusaur, yeah. Kieran Black, Heatran, Araquanid with that water bubble ability, making it take. Was it? Oh no, it does more damage and prevents it to be burned.
Yeah,
Is that what it does.
it's got 3 different things on it. It's ridiculous. If I'm correctly,
Water bubble. It increases the damage you deal with water moves.
doubles the power.
Yeah, so it's adaptability.
Halves the
Damage
amount
of
you take
fire
from fire
moves.
type, and you can't be burned.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it does
it's
make
like
it
3 good abilities in
It's
one.
incredibly overloaded for no reason.
It is. It is. Well, they just wanted to make Araquanid like really special.
Yeah.
And yeah, Turtonator, which has made it to the team.
Which I didn't think it would. But
Got that
here we go.
It's fire dragon typing, which is
This is
Yes.
the team you'd bring it against. I say that as we rated the worst team in the league. Can I bring it to anyone?
Well, this is the worst team versus one of the better ones.
yeah.
According
should we-
to,
I think we should get into it.
Yeah, see how it goes.
absolutely. Yeah, see if this Turtonator does anything. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
In with the Arachnid, do we think
Chat.
sticky webs off the bat? Oh, maybe not
Sticky
against the
webs?
electric type. Yeah,
maybe not
runaway.
against Zero, yeah.
Predicts the runaway.
Nice.
Goes for a
Bulk
bulk
up,
up.
okay.
Nice.
We think
Ooh.
Zed.
flying move.
Flying.
Zed.
Yeah.
So flying
Zed
Super
aerial,
Sonic Scat
yeah.
Strike. Oh,
Oh,
Zed aerial.
lives on 6.
oh, and he gets seeded. Oh no. Oh, it's all gone wrong.
It's still
Oh.
fine because you can click aerial ace. Like, get out.
No. Why did we airlines? Oh no, you're never killing it.
Oh.
I guess. Yeah, you could have predicted.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. Like he blew
Like-
his load and then didn't go for it. Like,
Well, I guess you try and save. He was thinking that he's going to save the Mega Venusaur, but on that lower health, you need to get off the synthesis on this next turn. Otherwise, there's no point in ever it coming back in, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good taunt on the Araquanid. Unfortunate, the
Horrendous
Thunderwave
stick
missed, and then got popped.
Big liquidation.
Yeah. Unlucky on the miss. Illegal kids. I feel the match has already gone.
Oh,
Okay, we've got a Sword Stance and Fralicator there. This thing's going to be
Yeah.
scary now. Ice Punch still not
Fix
managed to
that,
kill
though.
it, though.
Yeah, it still has 50%. Like,
Doesn't seem to have a grass type coverage though. Going for that sludge bomb. It's got leech seed synthesis.
I
Sounds
hope he counts.
risky going
I
for
hope
the-
he counts
yeah.
for the Rock Slidoo.
yeah.
Very large.
It's strange he went for the Sword
Yeah.
Stance instead of Dragon Dance. Like,
Ooh, big outrage there.
Maybe he was just faster than the stuff that he needed to one bang.
yeah.
So is that saving the? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine because you're fairy type.
Yep.
Is that saving
Yeah.
the
Gets a free
Fraligator?
turn. Yep. Yep.
Saving the Fraligator for what? I guess you need it for Heatran,
Heatran, Turtonator.
Gliscor. Yeah, maybe Gliscor. Yeah.
See, the Gardevoir could have also been a nice answer to the Venusaur, but I guess it just couldn't come in on the Sludge Bomb.
So we
True.
saw what? Sub, Thunderwave, and then Psychic. It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, not sure what you've got here.
Recover or something. Just to be a big bulky
Yeah, it's
annoyance. Maybe that is the Mega Venusaur counter. So you can't be leech seeded. You can't be toxic.
oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Could well be. And you can't, because you can't poison the Mega Venusaur, but you can paralyze it. So there's just another way that.
You try and going down. Out comes Araquanid.
Gets Sladude.
Big
Doesn't
Dude,
die.
oh,
Sticky
That's
webs are up. Okay.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's really bad because there's no way for him to get rid of these sticky webs now.
no.
In fact, he didn't bring any defog or rapid spin at all.
And we saw
King
that.
Koopa 2.
Oh,
This is going to go down to the Z.
Oh,
Shell
yes.
Smash.
No. So,
Oh.
so
I remember.
Can we pause it here? Let's pause it here. Right,
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So it's just before
So-
turn 20.
So I'd spoken to the Londinium Lotads about this, or I've heard about this
The
from-
Londinium Lotads, yeah.
through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Essentially, they assumed this functioned identically to a white herb,
Yeah.
because it would just stop the stats. Because it says restores your stats before using the Z move, but it's
Yeah,
the
but
crazy
before
It does
the Z
that
move.
first,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
Shell Smash happens.
So the reason they were doing it was because they thought, oh, it's brilliant because we can still have the white herb, but also we can't be knocked off. So this is even better. However, it's not better.
It doesn't. The order of operations doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not too bad. Like, at the end of the day, you've still got a shell smash off, but yeah, it's not the white herb that they wanted it to be. And it means they haven't got another Z move on anything else that they could have.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have just brought a white herb.
But but then the thing is that then it's knockoff bait, right? So it can't turn it, it can't go in on knockoffs. Because then you do white herb and you take extra damage. Whereas this way, you don't lose your item and you don't take the extra damage. That was the reason they chose to do it, but
I guess Aurora runs knockoff, but I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about knockoff.
Yeah, because like, it's not like it's not weak to dark, right? So it's like,
and if you're Turtonator, you want to be taking the physical hits.
But literally, they thought there was no downside.
I guess if that's the way.
It's literally just if they're not wanting to run a Z-move or anything else, for them, in their eyes, it was just nothing but better than running a white herb.
Fair enough.
But turned out it is not the case.
And now we all know.
Now you all know if you weren't sure how that functioned.
Well, now the question is are the Eating Elegants going to click Aquajet? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1, go. No, they did not. They didn't know that. Oh yeah, there is in the chat. Well, this didn't work out how we intended to. Should have tested it.
The white herb on the Lucario, stopping the sticky web speed drop.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there's
very nice. So that's for a close combat or superpower drop.
But unfortunately, they've had to use it already. But
or literally just for the sticky web, so it can come in and still be fast enough.
But still slower than the Gliscor.
It dies, yeah.
But don't you want? Don't you get Defiant on? No, it doesn't get Defiant. It gets
it's Justified. Yeah.
The
darks.
So I guess you've still got the Mega in the back to be able to deal with this. This flappy boy right here. But
you get the Toxic on the guard jump. It's just using Iron Head. Like,
I'm not sure because I was remember watching this and thinking it just must not have a dragon move, right?
Yeah, you think it has like Earthquake, Iron Head, and then 2 utility moves, you'd say, because that's maybe what he was going for.
Yeah, because he's clearly choiced, right? He's either choice Scar, he must be choice banned actually to be doing that much damage with an Iron Head. So if he's choice banded, maybe he just, I assume he just doesn't have a dragon move that he could click, because that would give you so much more damage.
Yeah.
True. You would have to get lucky though and make sure you do it on a turn where he's not roosting, because otherwise you could just keep roosting until you're confused.
Yeah.
But I think the Outrage would have done way more damage.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. If you would have done it first when he wasn't going to click roost.
Because the Iron Head's doing 35%. So if you had an Outrage, that would be doing probably double that.
Half,
yeah, that would be doing about 70%. So you could not roost through that.
But then, obviously, if he does somehow flinch this and kill it, then maybe he's choiced himself into Iron Head for the Kyurem, like, do we think?
But I mean, then the Gardevoir was the answer.
But then, again, even saying that, obviously Kyurem is weak to Dragon, but maybe he just didn't have the move, like...
Maybe not.
He clearly doesn't have Dragon-type coverage, because that would have been the key, right? He's probably running, what, Earthquake, Iron Head, so he can't lock himself into Earthquake. I don't know what else.
What else does it even get? Like
a stone,
Fire Blast,
stone rock, or like a Draco Meteor for like one turn of a Draco Meteor. But obviously that's true. You lock yourself into that.
And then this is just healing, just drain tanking him. Like
so, it would be kind of weird if it was mixed Draco Meteor though.
Would have been really interested to see what the other 3 moves on that. What their justification were.
The classic Elekid's form. Couple of misplays on my part, but it was always going to be tough to break through the bulk. Isn't it? He's never not on form.
He's never happy. Like,
he's never happy.
It's how you improve. You constantly aren't happy with this.
Here's how you improve. Or you can take my attitude where you can just be bad and not care and be like, it's fine so long as I win, right?
If you win, it's fine. But being bad and losing feels even worse.
That's true.
I would simply be good and win.
What if you're good and lose?
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. It's happened. Don't you make like you've never lost.
No.
Oh,
Not this season.
You still got the crown, JP.
My
You
God.
still got the crown.
the win streak continues. But yeah, so that was the London Lotats picking up their first win. Been in good stead in the Hoenn group.
Oh, yeah.
2-0. Very nice. Should we move on to our next game then?
I think we should.
Indeed.
Shad.
Yeah.
We shad.
We shad.
We
We shad, yeah. Okay, so we shad move on to... Oh, look at that. It's the Toddington Torracats versus the Royal Ascot Alteriers, also known as Royal Scott and Terry.
Yeah.
The returning Royale Scott and Terry.
The returning,
The
yes.
first solo match in some time.
Yeah, there's been at least 2 seasons. The last season they were a part of the Stokesley Staraptors, paired up with the coach of the Malford Massacres, Dom,
Yeah.
of Red and Dom game.
Yes.
God, that's title. But yeah, no, Zoe has time and again in the past proved that she's a formidable opponent. I think in it was in season 0, she was like up the top with you and the Braveries.
Potentially. I can't remember season 0.
Yeah, I seem to remember
But
you 3 were like the people to beat, and then Dom as well. Yeah, so I have brought
About your team, yeah. Tell
Yes,
us.
I have brought a bunch of things to punch her in the face.
That is your entire team, really, to punch people in the face.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's the
There's-
strongest iteration of the team, really.
So there's no weeks where you're not bringing that. So why these mons in particular?
Because I was most scared of the Tapu Fini and the Shaman, but I was thinking like, well, all the other stuff that's good against my team is low tier, so there's no way I should bring all that. She'll bring like the stuff that's good, and then she proceeded to bring the Electros and the Hitmonlee, the Shaman. I was like, okay,
I think
fair enough.
Hitmonlee's going to come to many games.
Yeah.
Because it may be a tier 4, tier 3, whatever it is.
It's 3, if I'm not sure.
Electros tier 4.
No,
Hitmonlee. Is that
Oh,
tier-
Hitmonlee,
I
sorry.
think Hitmonlee's tier 3, I'm pretty sure. But
Oh yeah.
Maybe a tier 3, but when paired with that Tapu and Unburden, it becomes a lot better than a tier 3. So
Yeah. Although we didn't see it do too much last season, obviously on the Metapods team, but that was more of a curse rather than a Misty Berry or whatever it is.
That Hitmonlee was just supporting the Registeel.
That's true. That's true.
straight up wrong, and I
It
don't
was
know.
absolutely cursed. It was cursed in all ways.
I mean, you say it's wrong, but this is pretty much the same Hitmonlee, and it does some stuff. So,
It's got a different.
yeah. So I was most worried about the Tapu Fini and the Shaman. So I've got there was a Talonflame for Shaman. Got hidden power. Icy Wind on Keldeo and Ice Punch on Medicham. I almost brought Luxray to deal with the Tapu Fini, but I just figured that Landorus with Earthquake just does as much as a Wild Charge.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So the idea of this game is basically get rocks up and start punching him in the face. But yeah, she has brought probably the iteration I was most scared of, and didn't fully prep for adequately. But yeah, no, it's an interesting game. Should we hop into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. We have a bit of an audience for this one as well.
Yeah. We start with the Diancie versus the Tapu Fini. Now,
Yes.
we were thinking here whether you could do an offensive move as the regular Diancie, tank a Scold, then Mega Evolve and kill it with the Mega. Whether you could do hit KO it that way. But it turns out
he's
Why
very-
did you decide on the rocks, JP, over like a fake move?
Oh, I just wanted to get the rocks up for just general
Just
damage.
for
So Wheezing is a one-hit KO. I can one-hit KO Wheezing with Hydro Pump after rocks damage.
Oh, this is something. Right. So, we've seen Sub Protect. I need to talk to you about this. So, we'll see a Leech Seed now.
Yep.
Okay. And later it is revealed that the final move is Leaf Storm.
Yes.
Okay. So, why did you need both the Sub and the Protect? If either one of those was the Hidden Power Fire, you could have just freely clicked the grass move, and then with the boost, use that to finish off Tiggywinkle with a double attack Hidden Power Fire.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's because this was initially just a bulky superior that had Leaf Storm tacked on.
Okay. So it's a lame set, but at the moment you are completely walled by this Tiggy.
By this Shaman, yeah. By this Tiggywinkle. Yes. Yeah, so I was having to do a lot of switching to get around things, and she had a perfect answer for every one of my things, and I had a perfect answer for every one of her things, so it was just awkward switching around. So this bit was annoying. So I was like, yeah, cool, got the sword starts. I'll use Taunt, so can't use something to get rid of it. Oh, never mind. Clear Smog counts as a physical, counts as an attack. So it gets rid of it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it should have just gone for a big old hit.
Yeah, I was expecting like a haze or something, but yeah. There we go.
So we've seen Sludge Wave and Clear Smog from this thing.
So Keldeo is my answer to this, but unfortunately it's leftovers back up to negate the rocks damage. I get some nice chip on this, which I'm totally okay with. Managed to hit the Hydro Pump, so also cool with that.
You have to run away from the Moonblast, just in case.
Moonblast,
This is default. The evasion buff, like we were popping off about that.
Because now Leaf Storm's gonna hit. Leaf Storm's gonna hit.
Guaranteed.
No, it's evasion, so it's they can't hit you.
Oh, sorry. So evasion.
If they seed flare for whatever reason,
double whatever it is, double team. You've got up a double team right now.
Yeah.
Both Seed Flare and Air Slash aren't 100% accurate, so I think you could have. Stayed in there for me. I feel like you could have stayed
at this point in the game, I was still very much in the mindset of I need to keep Superior alive for Tapu Fini.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had the Hidden Power Fire there, you could have stayed in with your 2-time special attack boost and your evasion boost and just swept the rest of the game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like the sub was probably not necessary.
Not necessary, but I like the set.
I think the sub was better. I think the protect was the unnecessary bit.
Really? What, with the leech seeds?
Yeah, because you can leech seed sub, and that's enough to keep it going.
I mean, I guess they do the same thing, right?
But having them both is so annoying to deal with.
Times in a row.
Yeah.
Whereas you can't protect turns in a row. So that's the
you're
thing.
right. You're right.
Oh, so this turn was key. She thought I was gonna. Yeah, she thought I was gonna switch out. She made the prediction, but I was like, no, I'm done. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Go for the Moonblast.
Mega Evolve. That was nice.
Yeah.
So that was the turn where it was like, oh, okay, so he's in trouble now.
Yeah, because I thought she was gonna defog, and I was like, well, if you got a defog, I'm just gonna get a hit on you.
But yeah, the crit didn't matter there, like.
Yeah, well, so I get the crit
special attack drop, like maybe.
But then she got the crit to kill, so it sort of evened out. Stone hit. Thank goodness.
Yeah, why didn't you go for like a nice safe U-turn there? You could have got
momentum. No, because I wanted to keep Landorus out for this, so I can U-turn into something. I didn't want to give her the momentum of sending out a counter. Yeah,
but you've given the momentum there.
No, because then if I would have switched into something, she would have switched into something that walls or takes a hit or just kills whatever I've sent out. So this way, I then get to pick what comes out.
Okay.
And I knew Medicham could tank a hit.
Just lived.
This was the theme of the game. This happens like 3 or 4 times. Everything's just on like 1 HP.
That means no. It can't.
But then you have a bunch of quick revenge killers, so it
I
doesn't
have a team of them.
really matter.
Oh,
like
no,
she's losing.
Gets a kill.
She is, but then she's also being put in this position now, where she can then put in something against my revenge killer that I need to.
So essentially, it's just, as long as you have more mons than her, you can trade 1 for 1 down over and over and over.
Yes.
Okay. We're coming up to your fuck up, right? So you've seen the Sludge Wave just did 59% to you.
Except for I haven't seen that it's done 59%. I've seen that it's done about that much, and I'm going to leftovers back.
So you're on 59. So it's a roll as to whether it kills you.
Yes.
But you could have just subbed.
I think protect was 100% the play there, because then I would have definitely
because you still have the health.
And it would have just died. It would have forced the swap, and either way you would have been fine. But instead you did neither. You just like, I could die in a Sludge Wave. Now
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, now you're in trouble.
Because I don't have my dedicated chances. However, we did manage to weaken the Weezing enough with that Leaf Storm, which is important later on in the end of the game. So
it's currently 52% in the back.
We'll lose a bit more lot of rocks as well when it comes in. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, for 1%.
Yeah. Oh, it hurts so much.
1% and a 2%. Oh,
it hurts so much seeing that.
And both of your mons are faster, and again, you can just kill.
I know, but it then gives her the switch in now, after this, into something that's more likely to deal with this.
well, I don't your mon's choiced, JP.
None of my mons are choiced in this. Oh, sorry, this is choice specs, I should say, but then they're not. None of them scuffed.
Okay, yeah, right.
So here we see the power herb bounce to make your unburden happen. So here, the bullet punch is not needed. The bullet punch is not needed because she just outspeeds you. I guess if that might be the only 100% accurate move, because close combat is 100% accurate, but drops your stats, so you don't want that.
We see it's unburdened, so it is faster than me now, but didn't have a move to deal with it.
Could have gone
and
for
then
the
you intimidated it.
Bounce instead of the close combat. Maybe. I think would have done more damage.
Maybe. But yeah, so because Pumbaa has taken that Leaf Storm earlier, Supersonic Sky Strike now kills.
Nice.
That is our second Supersonic Sky Strike of the round so far. Yeah, and it will not be our last Supersonic Sky Strike.
Oh god. So yeah, really close match. A couple of key turns. One swinging it very heavily in my favor, then the other swinging it very heavily back towards Zoe. But no, overall a really great game of not perfect Pokemon. But it made it exciting. So I'm happy with the win. I can now coast through the rest of the season, and it'll be fine.
I'm sure that's quite how it works.
That's exactly.
Especially only on a 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. Game 1, 1-0. 37 turns of your hyper.
I don't know how I lasted 37 turns. I mean, that's not what high profits teams do.
I mean, you did bring a sort of defensive superior, which was nice. I'm really obviously I've brought that before, and it's really good.
It was max speed, max HP.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Which is nice. But yeah. So well done, Zoe. That was a good game. I managed to clutch it out in the end. Right then, shall we move on then to the Hoenn group? So that was both the Sinnoh games. Go on to Hoenn. Our first game of the Hoenn group we have the Luton Town Leafeons, coached by PK, versus the Kingswood Kabutops, held by Crispy.
Yeah, so my rain team has a pretty good matchup against the Kabutops this time. It's the main thing I had to fear and work around was a boosted Volcarona if my physical hitters go down, and then the Comfey with its priority Giga Drain, obviously doing a lot of work against all my water types.
Especially Swampert,
especially Swampert. Yeah,
going to rely on being faster in the rain, but not against priority.
So I have two Swift Swimmers on this team. I have the Swampert and I have the Poliwrath, which was actually a change from the team I originally had. I had Ludicolo instead of Poliwrath. But I remember, Joe, you saying to me, it's like, you got to be worried. You got to be worried about the Volcarona just tanking a hit from the Ludicolo on the special side. So you may want to run it physical. It's like, well, instead of running the Ludicolo physical, I could just bring the Poliwrath, which does essentially the same thing.
Because if that Volcarona gets off 2 Quiver Dances, it outspeeds Swift Swimmers and doesn't give a crap about Scalds or whatever coming from like Pelipper and things. Yeah. So even if it does one shot, it still can carry on. Yeah. The 2 Swift Swimmers are speed crep to outspeed it in at +1 in the rain. So and then obviously we've got the Ferrothorn and the Pelipper. They're probably coming to every match. So then we have the Durant, because there was quite a few steel weaknesses, it's either Iron Head or Rock Sludoo for most of his team. Yeah,
matches up nicely against the Weavile as well. You can take a hit and one-shot it back.
Yeah. Yep. And then we have the Jolteon, which was it was more fast utility this match, so I can sort of volt switch around, try to work out what's going on, and it tells me what Lantern is as well if it gets in on it. It was
really interesting. We'll see what comes out, because Lantern actually matches up against your team really nicely, right? Because it's a water electric type with abilities that can either be Volt Absorb or Water Absorb. So one of your things is going to be impotent against it. And I was thinking well, you want to go Water Absorb, right, for your rain team.
But you already resist the water type, right?
But you already
Quad
resist.
resist it, right?
I think it's just.
But whereas electric's neutral, so it is
I guess,
by default
yeah.
better to Volt Absorb. But yeah, versus this team, it's questionable, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I can send in something that tanks waterfalls every day, then hell's yeah.
But then it just replies with an earthquake, and then you're going to have to risk that swap onto an Aerodactyl that he's not
That
just
is
going to
true,
click
yeah.
waterfall again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right there. Yeah.
Yeah. The only
it's
thing.
not a deal matchup.
Yeah, the only thing I was slightly confused about was the lack of Nidoking.
Yeah, Nidoking did a lot of work against your team.
Yeah, so initially this Jolteon actually had Reflect on it, but it changed. I changed it at the end for Light Screen just to fight both Volcarona and the Nidoking. Like that was mainly the reasons.
Wasn't it Nidoking with Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Hidden Power Grass hits every single one of your Mons like 4
it was
times?
Like that, or
stupid.
Yeah,
it was
or
like,
even Sludge Wave if it wanted it. Like
it just had the coverage to punch holes. But it had no way to be faster than like the Swampert, so that's the downside. Still, nothing. You just don't really have a switch into it, I guess. So
that's pretty much. The only other consideration on this team was maybe bringing Venomoth, because like the bug poison actually did fairly well in this, but I had a chance to use Poliwrath, so I was like, bring that tier 5.
Should we
do some work?
Yes.
Should we get on?
I think we should. Yeah. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
So start out with the Jolteon, knowing I've got Volt Switch. Yeah.
Against the Macro, that's scared out. Oh,
there
you get to find out straight away.
That's super useful.
But then you've given data that you're Quick Feet burn off.
Yes,
so
I have to be that to have the Light Screen. You can't be Volt Absorb to.
Oh, okay.
To not have
it. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because it's one of those weird sort of like transfer moves and that sort of stuff.
Mr. Rossi. Okay. So, you do not want to be against it.
No. Gotta run away.
But
so
interesting. Defog on the Volcarona. Like this Volcarona set is wacky to say the least. Like
I was so
weird
sure
that it got rid of your screen.
It was Quiver Dance like the entire time, and finding out what this Volcarona set is kind of key in this match. When that got burned, I had no idea what it was going to do, and then it Psycho Shifted, and I was like, sure.
It's still not too bad. You've still got the Swift. You've still got a sword stance up. Effectively, it's not the worst. It's still going to be fairly strong here.
Yeah, I could have worked out, but I was like, well, as you said, like if I belly drum, I'm still going to be pretty hitty, and we'll find out what happens anyway. Hit with the Ice Punch, and then I switched to Waterfall, because if he did want to keep this alive and switch whatever, Waterfall was best for like the rest of the team.
Killed apparently, so maybe that was the
way. Even burn belly drum, Poliwrath and the Rain's still gonna.
But here we go.
Nasty.
Trading hits, or even priority Giga Drain. What are we taking?
But I'm fine with that, taking 1 for 1, like, and I get to see because the tier 5 for a tier 5. See its life orb. It's probably the standard set.
Oh, right. Now this is the bit I didn't understand. Right, to Tailwind, fine.
Yeah.
It's the swap that's coming up here from Crispy.
Yes.
Goes into Weavile. What?
Because Ironhead was my play against Confe as well. So it's like,
maybe if you focus Sash, you do that, but you
what would you
definitely
go into? Volcarona?
Lantern, right? Or Volcarona. Too. But definitely not your one that dies 100% in one move.
Yeah. Here I stayed in because I was like, I mean, if it earthquakes, I live it. But then obviously forgetting it gets all the elemental fangs. I was like,
I guess he just wanted the. I think I know what. Yeah, so I think he just wanted to sack the Weavile to get in a Redactyl clean, and we'll see why the Volcarona was important later.
So this was
Could have just gone to other stuff, right, and not feared.
We'll see. We'll see. Wait for it.
That was a fully physically defensive Pelipper, because that's again another last-minute change. I swapped from special defense to physical defense, and I managed to live that hit guaranteed from the left side. Yes. Yeah. Power up punch, but then I'm in an odd position here because
the Comfey is going to go up.
Yeah.
But the Giga Drain does absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Ferrothorn absolutely doesn't care about Comfey ever. Yeah. Especially not in the raid if it's running in Battlefire or ground.
So I I didn't exactly need to switch out there, but we'll see it later.
This is annoying, but not the end of the world.
So here I'm kind of like,
Good for
all right,
Crispy though.
I still only know one of its moves. Is it going to do a fire move? No.
The sunny
Okay,
day.
here we go, the sunny day. So this is why I think he wanted to not switch into Volk, so he can have this being able to.
So I had to switch out.
And then we get the Federal Drives are going to kill. No!
But now I know 3 of his moves.
Developer.
So I know he either has Quiver Dance or Grass coverage, essentially. Or Bug coverage. That's it. So I'm now knowing more about this Volcarona.
Oh, that amount of damage in the rain. Lantern not giving a single hoot.
I'm glad I didn't get burnt here because that would have sucked, but you know.
So now you have to keep hold of. Unless he's running hidden power fires, he needs the Corona to be able to get through.
Yes.
This
so
right?
Ferrothorn can kill Comfey and Lantern, guaranteed. So I need to keep that alive at all costs, and just find a way to get around Volcarona. And I'm still kind of not sure if he Quiver Dances up. I can't do a lot to it. Like Thunder's only doing 47%. Like it's not the greatest.
That's the sunny day. Okay. Now what?
Yeah.
Light screen. And a
Light
roost.
Screen, yeah.
So, yeah.
So
that means
this is now that I know that he does not have Quiver Dance.
Yeah. Nor does it have Giga Drain or anything. Yeah, just the Inferno Overdrive. So you could now just send in Swampert.
Here's where I go for game, essentially. Because I'm like, all right, I'll get in Pelipper. It's going to die. And, well, this is where I have to try to win the game. Because Volcarona needs to die.
Yeah.
Get in the Swampert.
Something's going to die unless it's...
100% killed. Earthquake was always played here.
Sure, yes.
Light screen's super key because now you probably don't die to a...
Yes, I count this. I always survive unless it crits.
However, there you go.
91%, I don't think he guaranteed die to Waterfall. I think Waterfall was doing about I think Waterfall was doing about 85%, but I can't remember the count.
I was looking at that, like Mega Swampert in the rain. Surely that's not.
It doesn't
like,
not that.
It's not that thick though.
But obviously,
the game ends, so you don't go down to the burn, so you get the 3-0.
Would have been to do that in the other order, right? But...
It was quite fun this match because it's like knowing that I have to keep Ferrothorn alive and somehow try to work around and Volt Switch around and go for somehow to kill the Volcarona but keep Ferrothorn alive.
Now you're playing Pokemon PK. Now you're playing.
Yeah.
Imagine there was a full health Weavile still to come in.
Yeah.
Like that was the bit that. Yeah, it was like Zoe losing the Mega Absol. It was just a switch. It can get through. It kills the Jolteon for free. It finishes this off for free.
Jolteon's faster than it.
Jolteon is faster than it, but I only had, I think, Hidden Power, Ice, Thunder, and Volt Switch. So it's like,
I mean, Thunder might still do it.
I'm honestly not sure.
And I guess depending on what it's got, it can tank. Probably still can't tank with the Ferrothorn, to be honest.
No, Ferrothorn always kills 100%.
Yeah, because Gyro
kill me back.
Yeah. Still, yeah. I still don't think going to the Weavile was the play there because, you could just tank it on either the Lantern or the Volcarona, not lose 100% of a tier 1. So I'd be interested to see what Crispy's.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I don't know if you streamed it, but I haven't watched it back.
To see what his answer is.
Although it was kind of when the config got crit, he left the match, and I was like, I think his internet has gone down. Like, I was like, what's happened here? Like, so it's like
big old rage quit. Big old rage quit.
But no, he's got a very scary team, and I was fortunate that that I got a crit. Essentially,
he's one of our many.
Made it very easy for me when that combo went down. It's like, well, okay, this game's done then. So.
There we go. Is this looking like a Carmine podcast approved best league in the team? Best team in the league, sorry. Best league in the team.
To him maybe, but not to any of us.
I mean that was a good clean win there. Well
it was nice to get game 1 win done.
It's all downhill from here. As is your ninja way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get into the top group, tank the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, yeah, we'll see how. We'll be watching your career with great interest, PK. Right then, should we get on to our last game of today?
Now, this is a match that everyone wanted to see.
Oh, yes, because it's the Bristol City Bewares versus the reigning champion of the Crooked Crokinores, coached by this guy down below.
Mr. Two-Time.
Two-time world champion. Again, I was not looking forward to this because Mark's team of the Bristol City Bewares matches up very nicely against mine. The Mold Breaker Excadrill does a lot of work, and frankly, the Tangrowth that he didn't bring with can probably 6-0 my team on its own. But he didn't bring it, so as soon as that didn't show up, I was like, oh, great, probably win this. So, yeah.
Well, I think this was the first game played of the season, right? This was
the first game played of the season.
The maiden voyage.
And before everyone was aware that we rated the Bristol City Bewares as the best team in the league.
The best team in the
Maybe he would have brought the Tangrowth if he'd seen that first.
Yeah. That is true, yeah. Sorry, I released part 2 after this match, but it takes a long time to edit.
I can't fathom for the life of me why he didn't bring the Tangrowth. Maybe he thought it would be too easy to beat me with it, so he just didn't fancy it.
True. But yeah, it's so good against all your walls, isn't it?
He's just testing himself before the actual knockout tournament. That's what it is. Just playing around.
Like Tangrowth and Tapu Bulu are the 2 mons that I fear the most out of the entire league, and they have both been drafted, and I'm gonna have to deal with them at some point. So,
well, yeah, like imagine you guys are fighting each other again in the playoffs or the finals, and you've not fought his Tangrowth yet.
It's all right. I've got one transfer in mind that will rectify all of the issues. Probably not. But
are you trading for his Tangrowth?
if they don't have them, they can't use them. Yeah.
He's acquiring the Bulu and the Tangrowth.
Just transfer them away, and I'm
yeah, Bulu and Tangrowth, I think, are like the one thing that this team utterly doesn't want to see.
Yeah, because I mean, my 2 physical walls are the Alola and the Domfan, both of which get shot by grass type. I mean, admittedly, I do have Dragonite who quad resists grass.
Yeah. You do.
You can't
see
the Mega Sableye. So it's not terrible, but it's like a big physical grass type is annoying to me.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so let's talk about what he has brought. He's brought the Sigilif.
Yes.
Interesting, I'm guessing, just so you can Psycho Shift some burns onto your Sork.
But again, it doesn't do anything to a Mega Sableye. Being a dark type with Magic Bounce, it just doesn't give a monkeys to its usual cosmic power stored power set, which is what makes it so scary. But so yeah, I was a bit confused where that one turned up, but hey.
Yep. Excadrill, I'm guessing, is mostly there to deal with the Blissey.
I mean, Mold Breaker also, because it breaks through multi-scale as well, and it breaks through the multi-paths.
Does the Mold Breaker mean that you take normal damage on the multi-scale Dragonite?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, it just ignores it, so even if I'm on full health, just a full rock slide against me.
Watching the Sheffield Shedinjas match earlier versus the Mouth of Masquerades, Ed said that he drafted the Mega Gyarados because Mold Breaker Dragon Dance means that you go through unaware, and I was like, oh my god, didn't know that. That's fantastic. So you have a boosting mon that can beat unawares, which is fantastic on his team of boosting.
Yeah, it's real nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's only one unaware mon in the league at the moment, and that's the Quagsire.
Currently.
Quagsire,
someone might pick up the Clefable, but we'll see. We shall.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good against Gyarados, right? Fairy versus Dark.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to say about the teams, or?
I think we should probably get in.
Going?
Yeah, I think we can go into it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think just to let everyone know that we put Joe in the background because he's the villain in this one, and we all need to try and beat him. So yeah, he will always be at the back. All right, let's go then in 3, 2, 1, Go.
Okay.
Right. The Underminer! Fantastic name.
So, my main worry here was it would just click substitute. Because if it clicks substitute, I lose the game.
Mold Breaker Toxic. Ah!
Yeah, Mold Breaker, Mold Breaker, Stealth Rocks, I was fine with. I was like, yep, sure, get them up. We can deal with that. The main problem is if this clicks sub or Sword Stance, and I just suddenly, because I can't Will-O-Wisp it once it's subbed, and it just Sword Stance.
Yes. Yeah.
So I just needed to do that 25% with the Nightshade.
Nice. Okay.
This sucked. Getting choice specs tricked onto my Wesman tooth. It's like,
use my super special attacking stat.
Defog. I was really thankful that he managed to defog. I was like, oh great, this is better for me that the rocks are gone than it is for him that the rocks are gone.
True.
So,
but I mean, these first few turns, he's kind of dumpstering on you.
yeah, I sort of
It's not going your way.
I was still
but
trying to feel around. But
what's gonna really
nothing really happened, right? All that's happened is I've been toxicked.
And
the net gain is
well, your Don fan now choice specsed.
He's choice spec.
no plus that berry, but you still have the sturdy. Like,
Yeah, I still have the 30, and I can still click my offensive moves. I just can't
switch.
Yeah, I can.
If you kind of lock yourself into something, like
Here we have the new oversimplified Pringles logo. For Johnson now.
Mold Breaker.
fortunate no burn.
Just going for the knockoff. So it's got the Colbur Berry to stop the knockoff damage, which is annoying. But
Dazzling Gleam still not taking out Sam Eagle though. Taking that like a champ.
But you switch out, like takes that.
Because I know the knockoff isn't going to kill it, and I have nothing else that I think even hits it.
Now can't be toxic.
Nice.
Now can't be
Well,
toxic.
it natural cures when it swaps out anyway. So
okay.
here I was predicting the taunt, so I double swapped. So now getting the magic bounce taunt onto his Pringles means he can't now taunt or recover. So it's that was a key turn right there. That was me taking back momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was where I lost momentum. Like going, oh, this is correct.
Yeah, this was a questionable,
Tyranitar.
questionable little switch there. So why did you switch to the Blissey there?
Just I don't know, to start setting up sweepy things and wishes and
fair enough.
Healing,
so the Dragon
heal
Dance
bell.
into run away from the superpower.
Because it dies to either a superpower or an earthquake.
I think on the
right?
turn before he should have just clicked an attacking move. Because he knows the Don fan just comes out and balls it, right?
Yeah,
So
but then he would have only done a
damage
tiny
move.
amount of damage. I don't know.
I mean,
you would
getting
have
some
lost
damage
the-
on.
Yeah, some chip damage.
Actually, the sand is there anyway. So
Yeah, chip damage is really nice.
Let's recover. Toxic, which is nice. Now this thing can't sit here forever, which is good. Wherever I can sit here forever.
because you are horribly.
Lance Arch coming back in, get that Sandstorm back up.
Set up a nice wish.
Yeah.
Go over
To
to
get
Don
Don
Fan.
fan in clean, no matter what he does, you are.
36. Defense drop sucks, but
That does.
I'm back in full health with a sturdy now intact. So
And he still has to run away from the superpower.
exactly.
Which
Get
goes
up
to-
some cheeky rocks.
Oh, cheeky rocks, eh?
Cheeky little rocks.
Cheeky little rocks.
I'm now choice spec'd into rocks. Though, so I have to
yeah. So he gets another little bit of chip damage onto Jasper's Mega Sableye.
Yeah.
But you are just
Toxic
clicking
and-
recover this turn every day. Of
It
the
doesn't
week,
matter, it
right?
outspeeds me. So
Well, outspeed you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing
Yeah.
you do click recover.
I think I did just in case he was like, I'm a swap.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Pringles.
The Elbag hits the field. Nice time to start setting up because so gold there,
yeah.
risking the burn.
No burn. Oh, burn.
No, I had
Okay.
a choice because if I did 2 Dragon Dances, I outspeed his whole team.
And that's what you do, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna click scold again, but he goes for the Dazzling Gleam! It does no damage!
And then dies to
Nothing.
toxic.
But the
I
gamble I had to do would double with the double attack. I one shot the rest of his team. So it was if that scold burned, then I would not necessarily lose, but it would put me in a way worse position. Whereas now I've got 2 Dragon Dances up, and
So is a Rock Slide gonna kill? No, he doesn't get a chance.
Yeah, it's too slow.
Too slow.
because he's not Fan Rush, he's Mold Breaker,
Yeah.
so he could never outspeed me.
He had to go for that scold,
This
didn't
thing
he?
has to get off through
He
2
had to
Dragon
get
Dances
to
to
gold.
outspeed me, and it dies to. I mean, like that was a Stone Edge, but
Stone Edge into Earthquake.
yeah, now I can just swap to the 100% accurate move. It doesn't matter how much he swaps around, right? eventually. The only way he wins this is if I miss a Stone Edge and he kills me on the return. So it's the running away that's hurting his
move on this Dragonite get shown. Like,
I believe it does. It's yes, it does. Yes, it ends the game, so you'll see it.
Stone Edge. But
hitting these Stone Edges.
Yeah, hitting these Stone Edges.
Yeah, we get to see it now. So the last move is the Z Fly.
Yeah,
there it is again. Supersonic Sky Strike for the third time this episode.
Yeah, only had brought my Supersonic Strike.
So that was Z Fly to hit the Tangrowth that didn't turn up, but it also works just as well against the Commo that did turn up.
Yes.
So, and there's the Earthquake to finish off.
Earthquake.
That's a nice 5-0 for you.
Okay.
Yeah, nice little 5-0 there.
Yeah, so strong performance, and we still have no idea what your team does because it didn't do it.
So it's just Dragonite killing stuff.
And it took fewer turns than JP's match as well.
Yeah. My hyper-offensive team better than your hyper-offensive team.
Hey, she had walls, okay? It doesn't work against walls.
What we're going to know is, did Dragonite get every kill? That's the thing.
It didn't quite,
there was some
because
hot debate about this afterwards.
It dies to the Mega Tyranitar Sandstorm, so it's a self-kill from a move that doesn't exist.
And the Jellicent went down to the Toxic as well.
Jellicent went down to the Toxic that was magic bounced back onto it. No, it wasn't. It was from...
Yeah, was it not that?
Was it magic bounced? Was it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Toxic. Just Toxic.
Oh, did Blissey Toxic it?
Yeah, I believe Blissey just got the...
It was either Blissey or Jellicent killed itself, so...
So
we got suicides all around, maybe.
So, yeah, there were two things there, and also I think no, that was it. Yeah, the rest did actually kill.
But Dragonite was on the field for all of them, right?
Yes, Dragonite was on the field for all six. So via Dom's stats, Dragonite would be credited with 6 kills. Via John's stats, Dragonite's only credited with 4 kills. Yeah, I think.
Yes,
but
the official stats are Dom's, so that's where we go. And
are you ready for Dragonite to get every single kill in this season? And so far, it's holding pretty true.
It's working.
Yes.
It's working.
Something about Supersonic Sky Strike. I think we had never had a Supersonic Sky Strike kill before, and then in this round alone, we saw 4 of them, and 3 of them got kills. We have never seen the like of Supersonic Sky, because there were 3 we saw in our 4 matches, and then there was the Haxorus used a Supersonic Sky Strike Z aerial ace against something in a different round. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. Probably another big bulky grass type, right? There's loads of them running around. But yeah, it's just interesting the amount of Supersonic Sky Strike in this round.
Yeah, well, it's because people bring them big bulky grass types or draft them at least. Yeah. That's what happened in the draft. Just all the good grass types just went. And there was none left.
Fast. It was ridiculous. Yeah, like someone picked up like Tangrowth and instantly.
Mega Venusaur, regular Venusaur, Tabagulu, Shaman.
I've got Ferrothorn and a Ludicolo.
Yeah, well, Ludicolo doesn't really count, but I mean, it is a grass type, so it is gone.
And then people like Roserade, I guess. And it's like,
yeah. And there's a Leafeon that drafted as well. So
Leafeon got drafted. I mean, Tangela was banned because NFE, lol. Even though Chansey was still draftable, don't quite get that. But yeah,
well, not all these were banned. It was just ones that were like.
Clan's still there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bloody Girder. Girder.
Dusclops is still there.
So most of them were moved up, and then ones that weren't moved up and weren't banned, like Girder, that are like, that one really should have.
Might have been a little bit of an oversight.
AOP recommends Girder and Raichu for tier 4.
That's why as well. That should have probably moved up. But hey.
So it's fine. There'll be a new tier list next season, so it's fine.
This is still the most balanced the league has ever been, which is fantastic work from Raindon. Right then, so this isn't quite the end of the show because we're bringing back a little segment to prevent us from missing out any like we did last season. We're bringing back the Name Raider to AOP. Also, so we don't destroy our livers. with the drinking show.
After last night, you're probably not thinking about drinking again. So.
No, I've got the empty bottles all here. And every time I look at that. But yeah, so we're going to be looking at the Luton Town Leafeons, or the Luton Town Leafeons.
It is I. As usual, I've got my nicknames done pretty swiftly.
Yeah, I didn't even do mine.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, a lot of people need time to get it.
I'm in my 6. I could probably muster up a list if need be.
It's fun. I'm good to go, chap. Put me on.
All right. Well, to start with, my mega Swampert is called Quadrophenia, named after the rock opera by the Who, and the second single from that was "Love Reign Over Me." So, and Swampert loves Reign Over Me. Yeah, I wouldn't give you my Roger Daltrey impression. Like, I'll save you that.
Would you not? Oh, that's a shame.
I thought
that's what the people come for. Our dodgy impressions of people they may or might not know.
I singing. Next up, we have Tornadus T, which is Coach Jockstone.
I know this.
Yep, Coach Jockstone is the coach from a cartoon called The Hurricanes, which was
the Hurricanes.
Yep, Champion Spirits here today, and Storm Time is coming for you today. So obviously, the Hurricane user of my team, he is the coach. He's got this mustache that kind of looks like Jockstone.
Okay. Oh yeah, that works really well. Nice.
That is Coach Jockstone. Yeah. And then in tier 2 we have Mr. Rossetti, the Ferrothorn. Really kind of hard trying to think of a nickname for a Ferrothorn, but spicy, the shiny version even kind of has a similar colouring to Mr. Say from the Animal Crossing. It's kind of annoying as well. So
he is quite annoying from my understanding. I only know of him in Assist Trophy and Smash Bros. But
yeah, exactly. You don't reset your game without
don't reset your game.
Yep, and in tier 2 as well, we have Wop, the wet ass Pelly. That is Pelipper.
I did wonder when it came out, what is WAP?
I was like, oh, work in progress. Wait, no, it's not. It's wet. Wow, what is this?
Named after the Cardi B song WAP, or wet ass pussy. We got the wet ass Pelly.
I thought you were giving a little ode to the WAP and Wailords, or wireless area.
Yeah, the old mobile phone internet. WAP codes, yes.
Yeah, get your WAP.
No, it's
WAP, wasn't it?
It's
WAP, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, WAP was connection and WAP was the security.
WAP was the security protocol. Yeah. Anyway, tier 3, we have Jolteon, which is called Zip Zap Boing, named after one of our favourite drinking games, and very apt for a very fast electric type. It zips, it zaps, it's boinging. So
poor thing about Zip Zap Boing. Okay? You can only zip to the person next to you. You can only zap to somewhere across you. Boing, zip or zap, but you can't boing a boing. It's very important. You can't boing a boing.
Boing a boing.
You will drink if you boing a boing.
Yes. And everyone will mock you.
Yeah.
Boing that boing.
Especially at the Australian barbecue. Next in tier 3, we have Venomoth, which is called Blossom. It's named it's named after Richard Attenborough's character in the 1967 musical of Dr. Dolittle, who was the circus owner called Albert Blossom. And spoiler alert for the end of that film, Dr. Dolittle rides back to England on a great lunar moth. So, I think Venomoth's like 4'11" or something like that. So it's pretty big. It's a giant lunar. Yeah. So
nice.
So
I
figured
you didn't
I'd
go straight for the Mothra. The old Mothra.
It's a Dr. Dolittle reference from the 60s.
And it's not a Powerpuff Girls reference.
Yeah, when you first said it, I was like, oh, Powerpuff Girls. It's got the big eyes like a Powerpuff Girl.
Oh yeah, it does actually. Yeah. Good spot there. Good spot.
And tier 4 for the Ludi Loco, there was only one name it had to be. It's Amingo. Amingo is a man plant from the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 game.
Oh yeah.
And he looks He looks like a Ludicolo, a Ludiloco. Yeah. And so that was the perfect name for me. You get dancing, give him the sombrero, which, you know, he's pretty much got.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go with like Loco Doco or something, because you like saying that name every now and then.
Ludiloco, that's what he is.
Ludiloco. Rocodoco.
Rocodoco. Also in tier 4, we have Matilda the Durant. Obviously, I had Durant before, I think in an off-season tournament. It was named Matilda after the robot from Robot Wars, because it kind of looks very similar in my head.
Okay, yeah.
Is Matilda the Triceratops house robot?
Yeah, the Triceratops.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the house robot.
I'm trying to think if there's one that's got more pincery things.
There's Dead Metal.
Dead Metal is such a good name for it.
It is, but I'd already named it Matilda.
But it dies. It dies in one hit to fire when the rain isn't up.
Should have just called it Sergeant Bash. Maybe you just rotate it week by week. Give it a house robot.
Circular-lot.
What was the one that had the hammer afterwards?
I think it's like Sergeant Hammer or something like that.
Shunt?
There was this Shunt, but no, they brought out an after Circular-lot, like in later seasons when they brought back
Mr. Psycho.
Mr. Psycho, that was it. They brought in Mr. Psycho and the Wreck Bot, or the Ref Bot at the same time.
There was Growler, and then there was Cassius Chrome.
Oh, I don't remember Growler on Cass. Oh no, Growler was the dog, right? That was with Mr. Psycho. Yeah, who had like he had big jaws, like.
Yeah, and Chrome was based off like a boxer, Cassius, I guess. So yeah, like Cassius Clay. I don't really remember. It was just a big face with like, with like a spike and a weird like shield. It was like almost like a spear and a shield. Like.
Weird. Okay.
Imagine if you were the person controlling the house robots. You'd feel a bit like, yes, something better.
You know, so much
I never realized how big they were. They were like the size of like a freaking mini, like a small fridge or something. Yeah, it was like, what the hell? Yeah,
because they only look small when you see them, and then when they go like backstage, it's like these giant ass robots.
Like, oh my god, yeah, literally the size of like an old school mini. It was just like, oh god, yeah, that would.
No wonder this is called Circular.
Right.
Sergeant Bash with an actual flamethrower that's like shoots flame for miles.
Yeah, and could just rip your arm off with its little pincer that it had. Like, Jesus Christ.
How did that show ever make it through health and safety?
It'd be great.
I mean, they were all in behind bulletproof classes.
I know, but still.
They weren't sentient, JP. They weren't sentient.
But what if the robots turn on their masters? Just like on the workshop bench, like the robots just like go.
It's all right. Our last line of defense, Craig Charles, wouldn't let us down.
The last human alive, Dave Lister. Like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, in tier 5, finishing off, we have Soggy Moggy the Lipard.
Yes!
Soggy Moggy the Lipard. Yes, initially it was going to be Soggy Froggy and Soggy Moggy for Politoed and Lipard, but after getting the Pelipper, I thought I'd still keep that thing.
Soggy Buggy.
Soggy Moggy is fantastic.
I really like it.
It's a wet cat.
Yeah, it would always be out in the rain, right?
Yep, and it might even set it up, Prankster Rain Dance, if it gets a bit dicey.
You could have called it WAP again. I mean, it could have been a second wet ass.
wet ass pussy.
Exactly. It would have worked even better, but, you know, the Pelly had to be it. I couldn't think of another name for Pelipper.
Wet ass Pelipper.
Wet ass Pelly, the WAP. And finishing off, we have Rash the Polyrath, named after the leader of the Battletoads.
Battletoads, yeah.
Yep, and obviously Polyrath is a bit angry, can get a bit rash, especially with that Swift Swim belly drum. So
I was very sad when you put back the Polytoad, so you could have had the Battletoads.
I could have had, but, you know, but as we said previously, Pelipper's just better. So it's like,
the slow U-turn is too much to pass.
And the access to defog, right?
And another Hurricane user, stab Hurricane. Like,
in the rain, Yeah,
it's just, 3 extra facts that you like.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Losing Whirlpool, Parasong, Belly Drum. I mean, I know you've already got Belly Drum and Polyrath, but still.
Don't worry, it can circle throw. Like, we can get something else spicy, like Polyrath.
We've already seen it Belly Drum, so I mean, that's
exactly what it's going to do. You may never find out. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that is my team. That's my team. What do you like about those ones?
some
Do you need me
solid
to go through
names
it
for
again?
sure.
Oh,
Yeah, give us a quick run through them again.
All right, we have Quadrophenia, the Swampert. We have Coach Jockstone, Tornado Steve, Mr. Rossetti, the Ferrothorn, Wap, the Pelly, Zipzap Boing, the Jolteon, Blossom, the Venomoth, Amingo, the Ludicolo, Matilda, the Durant, Soggy Moggy, the Lipard, and Rash, the Poliwrath.
I mean, I like quite a lot of them. Like Rash is really good. Soggy Moggy's probably my favorite. I love Coach Jockstone. If you haven't ever seen the intro to the Hurricanes, do
It's so good.
It's
and just
really,
go
really good,
and YouTube it because it's so good. Gets you real hyped up. Gets you real amped up.
Yeah, that's
With the Hurricanes. I really like Zip Zap Boing. If you change Durant's name to Dead Mel, I'm down. But I think Soggy
we'll see
Moggy.
next match.
Soggy Moggy still takes it for me.
Yeah, Soggy Moggy's.
Yeah, no, I think for me it's Zipzap Boing and Quadrophenia. I really like that.
Oh, Quadrophenia is too highbrow for me, PK. Too highbrow.
Yeah, it's alright.
Don't worry, I'm sure the Kingswood Kabutops are giving you a little gentleman's clap right now.
Yeah.
Right, well, good stuff. And that brings us to the end of the first episode of the season of All Out Pummeling. We made it, folks. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it hasn't been too rusty to watch. And
at the start, like I was having some stomach issues, and it was like,
it's game one. We've got to get back into it. It was like 6 months before we did a live show or anything like that, or recorded the cams. So.
And I was sort of like mentally broken from my match with Zoe as well. I mean, that's what I'm putting down the superior thing to. Is like I don't know what I was doing.
It's mental. It's gone.
I was gone. I was done.
We should probably briefly mention that PK's set has somewhat changed from usual.
PK. It seems to notice you're in a different abode.
No longer we have my orange room with the mirrored wardrobe open and the United.
Shadow hiding in the closet.
Shadow hiding in the closet. He's still in that closet, unfortunately. I couldn't manage to bring him with me, but no.
I was hoping you were gonna like open the kitchen door. I was like, he's right here.
He'll be brought out in a special occasion, a special episode. Will be the return of Shadow. But but me and Becky of the Toddington Torracats have bought a house. So yeah, I've got these white walls, this open echoey room, and I'm actually an adult now, apparently.
Apparently. Yeah, but you have picked the most echoey bit of that room to put your recording setup. It's like literally a little echo chamber.
But unfortunately, because it was going to be upstairs in the spare room, but unfortunately, Becky works nights, so I can't be up there on my PC all day, like recording while she's asleep. So yeah. Does that door behind Joe's just open up a little bit more? Is there something in there, Joe? Be careful. Be careful. Another shadow. It's coming ever closer. It's the end of the show.
It's the end of the show. Well, how do we end episodes of All Out Pummeling?
Well, as we say at the end, every episode of All Out Pummeling. These white walls are making me feel like I'm an insane asylum. Please, I need to paint these walls.
I need to paint these goddamn walls. Gotta paint these walls. Gotta paint them.
Just need to put up like the soundproofing stuff. Make it a nice recording.
I really do.
Yeah. Streamer setup.
I need to. But unfortunately, this is only week one of living here, and I've worked.
So,
maybe future episodes you'll be able to see a nice owl in the background as one of our moving in presents has been picture painted for us.
A live owl.
Live owl painted and stuck to the wall. I mean, there's a pigeon that coos all day that sounds like an owl.
Don't get me started on owls. At work, I'm known as the Owl King for very classified reasons.
He was very good at the game Owl Boy. That's what it was.
I cannot disclose why I'm the king of owls.
He had to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
I did. I cannot tell you why I'm the king of owls.
NDA.
This is why I wanted to draft the bird spam team. All birds. All right. Oh yeah, we ended the show, right?
We've already ended the show.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.